The Marvel Cinematic Universe, a name synonymous with blockbuster success and a global phenomenon. From the moment Iron Man first took flight in 2008, the MCU has captivated audiences worldwide, creating a sprawling, interconnected universe that has become a cultural touchstone. But the path to dominance wasn't paved with vibranium. It was fraught with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. The journey to the top was anything but easy. It was a journey of struggle, innovation, and unwavering belief. Marvel's story is one of resilience, where creativity and determination triumphed against seemingly insurmountable odds. Before the Avengers assembled, before Iron Man took flight, Marvel faced a stark reality: bankruptcy. The company that would later become a cinematic powerhouse was once on the brink of financial ruin. The comic book giant, home to iconic characters like Spider-Man and the X-Men, was on the verge of collapse. The 1990s were a particularly dark period, with declining comic book sales and mounting debts threatening to bring down the House of Ideas. This is the story of their resurrection, a testament to taking risks and ultimately conquering Hollywood on their own terms. Marvel's revival is a tale of bold decisions and visionary leadership. The 1990s were a turbulent time for the comic book industry. The market was oversaturated, and many publishers struggled to stay afloat. Marvel was no exception. Marvel, like others, faced declining sales and financial instability. The once thriving comic book market was in crisis, and Marvel's future looked bleak. Licensing deals offered a lifeline, but at a cost. To stay afloat, Marvel sold the film rights to some of its most beloved characters, including Spider-Man and the X-Men, to various studios. Control over their characters was often relinquished to studios who didn't always understand the source material. This led to a series of films that failed to capture the essence of what made Marvel's characters special. Films like Howard the Duck and Fantastic Four missed the mark, tarnishing the brand. These missteps highlighted the need for a new approach. Something had to change. A bold new vision was needed. Marvel had to reinvent itself, not just as a comic book publisher, but as a major player in the entertainment industry. In 1996, Marvel Entertainment Group filed for bankruptcy. It was a low point for the company, but also a turning point. The company that had entertained millions with stories of hope and heroism was fighting for its own survival. The bankruptcy forced Marvel to reevaluate its strategy and find a way to rise from the ashes. It was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that change was not an option, it was a necessity. The company had to adapt or face extinction. This near-death experience would serve as a catalyst. It spurred Marvel to take bold steps and make significant changes. It forced Marvel to rethink its approach and ultimately led to the creation of the MCU as we know it. The decision to produce their own films was a game changer. The road to recovery was long and arduous. It involved not just financial restructuring, but a complete overhaul of how Marvel operated. It involved restructuring, new leadership, and a renewed focus on what made Marvel special: the characters, the stories, and the fans. The appointment of Kevin Feige as president of Marvel Studios was a pivotal moment. From the ashes of near collapse, a new era was about to dawn. Marvel was ready to take control of its destiny, one that would redefine superhero storytelling and capture the imagination of the world. The MCU's success is a testament to the power of storytelling and the enduring appeal of its characters. The Phoenix was about to rise. Marvel's transformation from a struggling comic book publisher to a cinematic juggernaut is a story of resilience, innovation, and the enduring power of hope. Before becoming a cinematic powerhouse, Marvel's story began in the heart of the golden age of comics. In 1939, Timely Comics emerged, spearheaded by Martin Goodman. This was the genesis, the foundation upon which a universe of heroes would be built. Early creations like the Human Torch and Namor the Submariner captured the imaginations of a generation. They were symbols of hope during wartime, offering escapism and thrilling adventures. The company evolved, becoming Atlas Comics in the 1950s, experimenting with various genres. But it was the dawn of the Silver Age in 1961 that truly changed everything. The Fantastic Four arrived, challenging the conventions of traditional superhero archetypes. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, this dysfunctional yet endearing family of heroes resonated with readers. They were flawed, relatable, and captivating. This marked the birth of the Marvel Universe as we know it, a connected world where characters aged, evolved, and interacted. Spider-Man, the Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, the X-Men. These weren't just characters, they were icons. They grappled with real-world issues, prejudice, loss, and the responsibilities of power. Their struggles were human, their triumphs inspiring. Throughout the decades, Marvel continued to innovate. They introduced groundbreaking storylines, pushing creative boundaries and tackling social issues. The death of Gwen Stacy, the Dark Phoenix saga, the introduction of Miles Morales as Spider-Man. These moments became milestones, shaping the landscape of comic book storytelling. Marvel's ability to adapt, evolve, and resonate with audiences laid the groundwork for their eventual cinematic dominance. It was this rich tapestry of characters, stories, and mythology that would eventually fuel the MCU. The foundation had been set. The year 2005 marked a turning point, not just for Marvel, but for the superhero genre as a whole. It was a year that would set the stage for a seismic shift in the way superhero stories were told and experienced by audiences around the world. This was the year Marvel Studios, newly formed and fiercely independent, took a colossal gamble. They were determined to take control of their own destiny, stepping away from the traditional studio system that had long dictated the terms of their cinematic adaptations. They decided to self-finance their own films, starting with Iron Man. This decision was unprecedented and fraught with risk, as it meant putting their financial future on the line for a single character. It was a risky move. The stakes were incredibly high, and the potential for failure loomed large. But Marvel Studios believed in their vision and were willing to bet everything on it. Iron Man, while a beloved character, wasn't considered a marquee name like Spider-Man or the X-Men, whose film rights were tied up with other studios. There was skepticism. Many doubted whether a film centered around a lesser-known hero could capture the public's imagination and achieve box office success. Could Marvel, once on the verge of collapse, succeed where others had stumbled? The company had faced financial difficulties in the past, and this new venture was a make-or-break moment. Could they translate the complex narratives and fantastical elements of their comics to the big screen in a way that resonated with audiences? This was a question that weighed heavily on the minds of everyone involved in the project. The answer, as history would prove, was an emphatic yes. Marvel Studios' gamble paid off in ways that exceeded even their wildest expectations. Iron Man, released in 2008, shattered expectations. It wasn't just a hit, it was a phenomenon that took the world by storm. The film was a critical and commercial triumph, grossing over $585 million worldwide. This success was a testament to the power of a well-crafted story and a character that audiences could connect with on a deep level. It wasn't just the groundbreaking visual effects or the action-packed sequences that captivated audiences. The film's technical achievements were impressive, but they were only part of the equation. It was the heart of the film. The emotional core of Iron Man, the journey of a flawed man seeking redemption, struck a chord with viewers. Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Tony Stark, the flawed but brilliant billionaire-turned-hero, was nothing short of iconic. His performance brought a depth and complexity to the character that was both refreshing and compelling. He embodied the character's wit, arrogance, and vulnerability with such charisma that it redefined the superhero archetype. Downey Stark was a hero who was relatable, human, and deeply flawed, yet ultimately heroic. The success of Iron Man was no fluke. It was the culmination of years of planning, meticulous casting, and a deep understanding of the source material. Marvel Studios had a clear vision and executed it with precision. It was the culmination of years of planning, meticulous casting, and a deep understanding of the source material. Every decision, from the casting of Robert Downey Jr. to the choice of director Jon Favreau, was made with the utmost care and consideration. It proved that audiences were hungry for something different, something more than just mindless spectacle. They wanted stories that were rich in character development and emotional depth. They craved compelling characters, intricate storylines, and a universe that felt real, lived in, and interconnected. Marvel Studios delivered on all these fronts, creating a cinematic universe that felt both expansive and intimate. Iron Man was just the beginning. The success of the film laid the groundwork for what would become the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a sprawling, interconnected series of films that would dominate the box office for years to come. It was the spark that ignited a cinematic revolution. The impact of Iron Man and the subsequent films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe transformed the film industry, setting new standards for storytelling, character development, and visual spectacle on an epic scale. Behind Marvel's unprecedented success stands a man who has become synonymous with the MCU, Kevin Feige. His name is now etched in the annals of cinematic history, a testament to his unparalleled vision and dedication. As president of Marvel Studios, Feige's influence on the franchise, and indeed the entire superhero genre, cannot be overstated. He has redefined what it means to create a blockbuster, setting new standards for storytelling and production. His journey from a young film enthusiast to the architect of the biggest movie franchise in history is a testament to his passion, vision, and unwavering belief in the power of storytelling. Feige's early love for comic books and movies laid the foundation for his future success. Feige possessed a deep understanding of Marvel's history, its characters, and its lore. This knowledge allowed him to stay true to the essence of the source material while also bringing fresh and innovative ideas to the table. He recognized the potential of creating a shared cinematic universe, one where individual films would weave together, culminating in epic crossovers that would leave audiences breathless. This interconnected approach was groundbreaking and set Marvel apart from other studios. This wasn't just about making superhero movies, it was about crafting an interconnected saga spanning multiple films and phases. Each phase built upon the last, creating a rich and immersive experience for fans. He understood the importance of balancing action-packed spectacle with heartfelt emotion, humor, and relatable characters. This balance ensured that the films resonated with a wide audience, from die-hard comic book fans to casual moviegoers. Feige assembled a team of talented directors, writers, and actors who shared his passion and commitment to the source material. This collaborative environment allowed for a diverse range of voices and ideas, enriching the MCU. He encouraged collaboration, fostering an environment where creative risks were encouraged. This willingness to take risks led to some of the most memorable and innovative moments in the MCU. This approach, unheard of at the time, would revolutionize Hollywood. Feige's vision showed that audiences were hungry for complex, interconnected stories that spanned multiple films and genres. Feige's vision extended beyond the screen. He understood that the MCU was not just a series of films, but a cultural phenomenon that could influence and inspire people around the world. He recognized the importance of building a dedicated fan base. By engaging with fans and listening to their feedback, Feige ensured that the MCU remained relevant and beloved. He engaged with fans at conventions, teased upcoming projects, and fostered a sense of community around the MCU. This direct interaction created a loyal and passionate fan base that eagerly anticipated each new release. This direct connection with audiences created unprecedented hype and anticipation for each new film. Fans felt like they were part of the journey, eagerly speculating and theorizing about what would come next. Feige's leadership, coupled with his deep understanding of the source material and his ability to connect with fans, transformed Marvel Studios from a risky venture into a global entertainment juggernaut. His strategic decisions and creative vision have left an indelible mark on the industry. He had created a blueprint for cinematic success, one that would be emulated but never replicated. The MCU's success is a testament to Feige's genius, and his legacy will continue to influence filmmakers for generations to come.